Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one is from Webpage. Rich Fen invited me to a Michelin star restaurant for her birthday. Should she pay? I am a 32-year-old female, and my best friend is a 31-year-old female. She is an attorney and comes from a wealthy family. I do well for myself, have a BS degree, and work with tech, but come from a lower middle class family, no generational wealth to lean on, and make nowhere what she makes as a lawyer. She invited me to a weekend away for her birthday, just the two of us. She booked a room at a super expensive lodge in Northern California, $1,300 per night for 2 nights, where we are sharing a room. She also booked us for a dinner at their 2-star Michelin restaurant on a Saturday night. I initially accepted her invite, but this was before I realized the cost of the entire weekend would be in the many of thousands of dollars for the both of us. She didn't mention the cost of the restaurant nor the hotel when she invited me, and I believe it's assumed the hotel is on her, which I appreciate. Would I be in the wrong to bring up the cost of the Michelin star restaurant and ask how we're dealing with the cost? I feel kinda weird having to pay for a weekend that costs so much money. A regularly priced dinner or a drink here or there, sure, but this is in the thousands. The Michelin dinner alone is $700 per person. Whoa. She is typically the type of friend to always put her card down first, to insist to pay when we do brunch, etc., etc. But I definitely try to be fair and treat her to brunches, drinks, etc. anytime I invite her somewhere. But again, this feels different, since it's so massively expensive. Am I in the wrong for expecting her to pay for this weekend, including the Michelin birthday dinner for her that she invited me on? Okay, so I can actually help with this one, kinda. I was in a situation like this before. I don't think it was a Michelin star restaurant. It was a restaurant in a hotel that Gordon Ramsay had something to do with. I can't tell if he owned it or he put his face or his name on it, something like that. But we went there. He ordered like this for his birthday, and everyone had to chip in and pay for him. It was this expensive thing where it's like a 7-course meal. I don't know, something. It kept bringing them plates. I was kind of bummed out. And then I bought something for myself, a $22 square fish. Now to people, oh, that's not a lot. That's a lot for a square fish. I can buy like 2 fishes and cook them myself and cook them the way I like it. And that was back when I was a teenager and I did not have a lot of money. So $22 is a lot for me. But in this situation, I really wished I had asked the price because, having to pay, everybody had to come together to pay for his giant course meal. If I had known that, I would have set it out. So, going from my experience, I would tell you to make sure to ask the price because you don't want to go there and deal with that awkwardness. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to come up off of $700 for food. I'm just saying, OP. But I'm going to take a look in the comments and see what others say. Oh, I'm glad I looked in the comments. We got a nice little chain and we got to see the ending of the story. That's nice. Okay, so the first one comes from Z Edpin. I wouldn't ask how we're dealing with the costs. Don't be ashamed of your financial situation. Simply say, I want to celebrate with you, but after crunching the numbers, this trip is out of my budget. Can we look at doing something on the less expensive end? And then the Beast Assistant. It's hard for me to read these little texts, but this also allows the opportunity for her to say, nah, I got you, girl, which is, I'm hoping, the case. And the next one comes from Z Edpin for, again, me too. And then we got an update from the OP. Update. This ended up being the case, which is awesome. And it ends happy. It sounds like, not it sounds, that is the ending. She's covering everything, which is great because that is a lot of money to come off of. So, OP, please go enjoy your lavish birthday celebration with your friend celebrating her birthday. Not gonna lie, kind of jealous. I would love, some free fancy smancy Michelin star food and a nice place to sleep. But OP, not in the wrong, and I'm happy this has a nice little happy ending. And our next one comes from Underrated Staff. Am I in the wrong for wanting to slap my sister? I'm considering it if she doesn't start wearing her seatbelt. Every time we get into a vehicle, my 24-year-old little sister does not ever put her seatbelt on. When I tell her to put it on, she gets pissy and usually sighs and says something like, oh my god, okay, just shut up. And then she'll take her sweet time and be like, I will in a second. Gosh, shut up, while she looks at her phone. Then she'll put it on and not wear it across her chest. Oh man, you said she was 24? I used to do this when I was like a little kid, a little baby. Ugh. I tell her that's not wearing it across your chest and it's still dangerous. And she just ignores me and says, "Oh my god, shut up, on gosh." This happens every time. I've brought it up to my parents and they think it's BS too. She won't even wear it while riding with her friend, who is the absolute worst driver on the planet. Like, she doesn't even look both ways when she pulls out and gets beeped at, just going down the street a few blocks, and goes 90 to 100 miles per hour until she's right on someone's bumper on the highway. Holy crap, OP, that girl's gonna get someone unalived on Earth. Oof. Whenever she hangs out with that friend, I invite myself and offer to drive. We're all friends, but the real reason I tag along is because I don't want my sister riding with her. Well, today, when she pitched a fit and refused to wear a seatbelt, I had enough and kicked her out of my car. She doesn't have a license. Oh my gosh, she doesn't have a license and she's 24? Even my lazy butt back then got a license when I was 18 or something like that. I think so. So she always rides along with other people and never puts on a seatbelt. She is a grown arse adult and acts like a spoiled brat who doesn't want to do what anyone asks her to do. She cannot comprehend the possibility of a car crash, and I've just had enough. I want to beat her arse right now. Now I am fed up. No, you are not in the wrong. Like I said, I used to do this when I was a kid. I learned to stop doing this soon after because I understood the concept of a car crash and how a seatbelt could save your life. No, you're not in the wrong. You're trying to keep your sister alive, and she seems to be hell bent on not doing that. I took a look in the comments, and a lot of them have this great idea where you just, you brake check her. I would say, like others, I wouldn't put her in the passenger seat because she could smash her nose in, or maybe lose some teeth. Put it so you and a friend are in the front seat, and then put her in the back, and then go somewhere where you can speed up, like an empty road, or maybe a parking lot or something like that, an abandoned parking lot, something, and go really, really fast and brake really hard and smash her head into the back of the chair. I'm pretty sure that's the only way you're gonna get through to her is by brute force, because she seems to be a spoiled brat who is set in her ways. OP, you are not in the wrong, and I hope you can educate her, because it would suck to lose your sister over her acting like a brat. And our next one comes from Emergency Pair 635. Am I in the wrong for not letting a kid pet my dog? I have a pit mix, and she's the sweetest thing. He loves people and loves to play cuddle and absolutely loves walks. I took him out for a walk around my neighborhood, and this little kid wants to pet him. He's good with kids, he just jumps around a lot when he's excited. I'm still training him, but when he's excited, he's jumping on everyone. So the kid, about 6 years old, asked to pet him, and my dog began jumping and jumping because he was excited to see another human. I couldn't get him to calm down, so I told the kid no. The kid kept getting closer, so I started stepping back. When he got too close, I put myself in front of the dog and told him no, sternly. The kid started crying, and the mom that was with him started cussing me out and calling my dog aggressive and a monster. I had to explain to her that I'm not worried about him biting. I'm worried about the kid getting scratched. His nails get sharp even though I trim them weekly. Or he gets knocked over. So the mom kept getting angry and I walked off. Should I have let the kid pet him? No, OP. No, you're not in the wrong. If you approach someone, this is good advice for anybody, I believe, and you ask, hey, can I pet your animal? I don't care what the animal is, cat, squirrel, dog, and they say no, then the answer is no. Because my dog is just like your dog. Well, not just like your dog. I'm not worried about her biting, but she's a very shy dog, and she doesn't, like, play with dogs or play with squeaky toys. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of worried me in the beginning. She's very chill and likes to sleep and eat and then get some love. I have to take her walking or she's gonna gain weight. But you know what I mean? I wouldn't want anybody to pet her because she doesn't like to pet. She's, like I said, she's a shy dog. So we all have our reasons for why we let people pet our animals or not pet our animals. And it seems like you're in a catch-22. You let the kid pet the dog and she'd still get mad because, like you said, what if he scratches the kid or he, bumps into the kid and knocks him over? That's going to look even worse. She's going to lose her mind. So I think no matter what you said or did right there in that situation, OP, that mom was going to blow up in your face. And I believe you did the right thing. You diffused the situation by getting away from the crazy person screaming at you. OP, you are not in the wrong. And our final one comes from Necessary Towel 5367. Am I wrong for not accepting the car my mom is trying to give me? I just turned 16 in January and got my permit. Last year, my mom got a new car, but she hated it since day one. Now she's offering it to me, but I feel like she's just trying to get rid of it because it always has issues and is constantly in the shop. I have a dream car that I've been saving up for, and I'm willing to buy it myself. I even offered to help my mom fix her car so she can make it more to her liking, but she insists I'm being ungrateful. If I take her car, it won't really be mine. It'll be more like a family car that we all share. She started pushing me to take it after I mentioned that my friends have their own cars, but I wasn't asking her to get me a car, just making conversation. Am I wrong for not wanting to accept her car? Should I take it and sell it later on? I'm really torn on how and can use some advice. Okay, so that's a really messed up thing to do, a parent to do. Your first car is something that you know is going to give you problems and it's constantly breaking down, isn't constantly in the shop, and she's gonna do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even, you know what I mean? Why would you do that? Why would you put that on a 16-year-old and put all that crap on them? Like, ugh. I would say no, you're not obligated to accept the car. I wouldn't, and it sounds like you're doing just fine saving up for the car that you want. So it's not like you're being ungrateful and she's giving you a car. It sounds like she's giving you a burden that, she's trying to force you to take on. And she's probably trying to force you to spend that money you were saving for your car to fix that car and, like you said, make it a family car that anyone can benefit from. So technically you'd be wasting your money and you wouldn't even have your own car. Now, you could take her car and, like you said, sell it, but it might be a tough sell because it's constantly breaking down. And when you sell it, even if you sell it, they might call you the next day and say something broke down, and you might have to fix it because they know where you live. Um, if you and I feel even if you take it and sell it, she's probably gonna get real pissed. That's like, oh, I gave that to you, or and you sold it. Well, give me half the money. I feel like you're gonna be in that situation, so you won't even be able to put all of the money for that car on top of what you have to buy your car. So OP, personally, I wouldn't take it. It just sounds like more of a burden than a blessing. But OP, not in the wrong. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.